As soon as I saw him, I knew it was gonna be good. Hello everybody, this is Rael. Today we will talk about the best movies I watched in January 2024. Let's get into it. The first movie is Roman J. Israel Esquire. It came out in 2017. It's available on Netflix, at least where I am. It's a drama about a civil rights defense attorney who has a really peculiar life. I would call it understated. And what I found incredible was Denzel's performance, because the main actors are Denzel Washington and Colin Farrell. And Colin actually cannot shine just because Denzel is incredible in this movie. What I found intriguing was the depiction of his character. And so not only Denzel's performance, so how he would move and how he would characterize this person, but also his clothes, his 70s glasses and headphones, and his weird leather bag, which was a huge rectangle. What I enjoyed was the perfect tension. It was compelling, but it takes its time to introduce the characters and to really let you know them. You get to know the characters before the plot unravels. It's about justice, life choices, and what's right and what's wrong. It was quite tear-jerking and emotional. It's about social issues, and I would really recommend it. Let's talk about Chances Are. Chances Are is a movie from 1989, starring Sybil Shepherd, Robert Downey Jr., and Ryan O'Neal. I found it on Amazon Prime, but it's no longer available, at least here in Finland. I don't know about other countries, but I really found it hilarious. It's a comedy and romance also. It's funny, but it's also about the trope of misunderstanding. But what I really found incredible, it's the kind of movie that it really changes your mood, because Robert Downey Jr.'s expressions, his facial expressions, especially, this is what I noticed, especially in his first movies or when he was younger, he was so unpredictable, but also his face, he's so transparent in his emotions, and you can really relate to the emotions he's feeling, and it really catches your attention. And actually, when I started watching the movie, I didn't know who were the actors, and he comes in a little bit later, so not in the very first part of the movie. As soon as I saw him, I knew it was gonna be good. So yeah, I would recommend Chances Are, especially if you really need like a pick-me-up movie, something funny but also intelligent, and yeah, just go ahead and watch it. Another movie that I would recommend, and it's a bit on the heavier side, I would say, is Awakenings from 1990, starring Robert De Niro and Robin Williams. I watched it on Netflix. It's a classic drama, and it's also inspired by true events. So in 1969, a doctor tested an experimental drug on a man who was in an unresponsive state. And so in the movie, you see Robin Williams as the doctor who tests this drug, and what happens to this patient and to all the other patients as well, to the staff. What does it mean to be awakened after 30 years in an unresponsive state? And so I really enjoyed watching this movie because of the ethics behind it. So the ethics of giving life and taking it back in a way, unwillingly. But also unconventional friendships. I would say, of course, stellar interpretation by all the actors, all the starring actors. This movie poses questions on research, so research methods, ethics, the responsibility of researchers and doctors. But it is also about hope and the meaning of life. So I would say it's on the heavier side, especially because, again, it's emotional but also inspiring, a tearjerker, they would say. So I would recommend it, but if you're sensitive to this topic or to movies set in hospitals or something like that, just be aware of it. But I would recommend watching Awakenings. Then I rewatched some movies. Just, let's say, a honorable mention would be Whisper of the Heart, which I would always recommend. And then I also watched a couple of mini-series, so not movies, but something that I would probably recommend. These are both mysteries, thrillers. One is Fool Me Once, which was on Netflix, and the other one was A Murder at the End of the World, which was on Disney+. So I would recommend both. The first one would be it's more of a classic mystery thriller, whereas the second one would be more intriguing to you if you're into AI and the future, new technologies. So I would recommend both. But yeah, so these are the best movies that I watched this month, plus a couple of honorable mentions. Let me know if you watched these movies, what do you think about them? And also, what did you watch last month? I'm always looking for suggestions because I devour movies. And so these are just very few, but I watched a ton of movies and TV series over the past month. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.